Maybe.
But yeah, let's move on to the next. So basically, guys, we always talk about AI in some form
Yeah.
or some way.
Yep.
And recently, everybody has been talking about the. So I think Karun posted a link on her story,
Yep.
and everyone was kind of talking about it because it was the Atlantic. They've released like this Watchdog feature that can detect if your music is in an AI database
That's been used to train.
that's being used to
artificial-
train.
okay.
So it's not. It doesn't mean that your music was used to train AI,
But it will be at some point.
or it can be, or it could have been.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can search. I literally just searched, and 9 of my songs are in there. And it's crazy. These are songs I released in 2020. Like,
How did they? How? What? Who throws them
no
up there?
idea.
How did they? Where did they find that stuff? Do they
No.
have access to our computers? Because that's wild. That
No. So
is it that as long as it's somewhere on the internet, they're scouring it and they're going to use
those
it.
songs are scraped off of like streaming sites like Spotify and stuff like that.
That's so shady, man. It's so, for what we know art to be and its value, that's such a, like, guys are just like, hey, I came up with a new technology. Oh, I'm just going through the internet and I'm just going to comb throughout and get whatever I need to get. It's crazy that songs that you created, how many years ago was that?
5 years, 6 years.
Ridiculous. That you've even forgotten about.
And so yeah, like there's all this music. So even Kenyan songs are up there and are being fed into like the AI databases or whatever to create music. And you know, we have certain artists, won't say their names, numerical names, but like we have certain artists who are heavily benefiting from some of these things.
Heavily.
And I'm just like, bro, how
some of your faves.
it is a breach on intellectual property, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yes. Every time, if I create a product, every time that product is used in whatever way, the corporate, why am I saying corporate so much? The what do you call them? The laws, the copyright laws. Sorry, copyright laws state that wherever, I mean, and I think that's what the basis of
wherever, whenever we're meant to be together. Sorry, I'm one of those friends who just start singing when they hear a word. That's just me. Carry on, Sam. I'm sorry.
What was I saying now? The copyright laws. That's the basis of the. You just threw me. The basis of the copyright laws is this song is valuable. Wherever it's used, that value needs to be translated into some sort of compensation for the artist. That's like sort of what copyright law is about. Guys are just up there and just taking it with the guise of this is a new technology, and since we don't have any, and it's very sneaky from them too, I think, because they knew that the copyright laws haven't caught up to the future digital technologies, and I think AI just showed up so fast. The copywriters the lawmakers rather did not anticipate how fast it was going to be, and so they just took advantage of it, and that's why they're combing through the internet and collecting things. And then now we're starting to see lawsuits and on lawsuits.
And the difficulty
stuff like that.
is like you get a song that's been made with AI, right? Or it has been made partially with AI and partially with human input, right? It's so difficult to then backtrack and say, this song was made based off derivatives of these 5 songs, right? And so those people who made those 5 songs deserve compensation, in my opinion, because this final product doesn't exist directly because of those 5 songs.
That's going to be so hard to implement.
But you, it's like sampling, right? You sample from a song, you have to pay the person who song wrote on that song and the producer and everything, right? For me, it's one and the same. It's one and the same, and so it's just a shame that there's so many people who are creating a ton of music, and it's so hard to chase like what these AI songs have been modeled off of. And for me, it's a shame. But hopefully, there's technology that's being created to kind of track that a little bit more accurately.
But you see, that would be so difficult. Like for you, it was a project that you're working on and you release it online, but it's not attached to you specifically as an artist, right? It's just online somehow. And by that I mean like there's no, it's like, you know how like we upload to DistroKid and then DistroKid are like the intermediary between the people who are paying the money and you, right? A lot of the music that is being trained, they're just existing online. Like there's no link back to the actual person. So then when you say that there needs to be a technology, that'll be very difficult to implement, because then how do you find those people? And of course the AI model is not coming and say, okay, this one there's no trace back to the original creator, so we won't use it. It's gathering everything and throwing it in the basket and using it still.
Can there be like you know how when they were modeling or when they were explaining to us how blockchain works, and I don't even know how it works. I don't know like the specifics, but there was a whole thing about how blockchain, like there's blocks and then like the
chains.
These chains, like they follow each other simultaneously, like blocks of information. This is how me understood it. Might be completely off, but there's blocks of information, right? And then based off of, like, let's say there's this, so like a cube, right? Like this surface of this cube has this like a specific
I'm thinking of a cube
data set of information,
it's
right?
one side of the cube.
Yeah, so like let's say this wall of this cube has a specific data set of information.
Yes.
And this wall of information is touching another cube, right? So because of that symmetry, right, you're able to track like exactly where that information is.
Is that what it was?
That's how I was understanding it. I could be completely wrong. So I just bring this example to say, like, what if there's a way, if you could tag music in
NFTs?
Well, no. Like you could tag music in a way.
That's what they were trying.
That if it's you, like that data, like
if it has a footprint anywhere on the internet,
like,
it's tracked back to the original source.
Even if it's used in a different way, whether it's sampling or whether AI has been used to like modeled off of that, like you can see like fragments of that info somewhere. You know what I mean? There has to be a way to do that.
Yeah, that would take a lot of implementing, but that would be one of the solutions to that, I think. Isn't that what they were trying to sell us with NFTs? That you can track, if you have a digital monkey, you can track it back to the original creator. And then,
I think so.
Then guys started screenshotting it. But that's the idea. I guess if you think about it that way, then yeah, maybe that's what needs to be done, because at this point, your art is not safe. On a separate point, I do like the fact that Kenyan music is being used to train AI.
Why?
Have you ever tried to generate African sounding music?
It always sounds horrible.
It sounds so dead, so unalive. So the more we throw in Afam's productions from I don't know how many years ago, the more maybe we'll have a little bit broader. Now, of course, all I'm saying is the artists they need to find a way to compensate the artists and all of that. But then I like the fact that there's more of our music in there, because for people who are using AI for like positive things, not to scam, if they're using AI for like positive things, that's good. Then they can use authentic.
But in
Kenyan
music, like, is there a positive way to use AI?
No, but some people will think that there is. So for them,
that's actually a good question. Is there a positive, ethical way to use
I'm sure we'll
AI
cover it at some point in this podcast.
In the creation of music? In this paper, I will talk about it.
Your hypothesis.